The Baltimore Ravens trade Joe Flacco
Trade
to the
happened this
Denver
morning.
Broncos.
Everybody already knows it, but go ahead.
And the Denver Broncos, I believe that they are viewing Joe Flacco as the replacement of Case Keenum.
Are you sure about that?
I feel pretty strongly about it.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Okay? I feel pretty strongly about it. So that is what they are thinking, I believe. And they may keep Case Keenum. They may get rid of him. It might be smart to keep him just in case things don't work out with Flacco. But look, I think Flacco was partially involved in this. I think Baltimore wanted to do him a solid and get him somewhere they thought he could play. And, so I'm sure it was understood, look, I didn't want to be in Baltimore and be on the bench. I could have stayed here if I want to be on the bench. I want to get a legitimate chance to start, and I think he'll get that in Denver. So what do you think about it?
I think this is another mistake by John Elway. All he's done is mishandle the quarterback situation. Yes, he got Peyton Manning. The defense,
they only got him a Super Bowl.
Well, the defense got him a Super Bowl.
Did they win the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning?
But it wasn't. Peyton Manning was done when they won that Super Bowl.
He was great his first year there.
Here's Flacco in his last 25 starts. This is why Baltimore let a Super Bowl winning quarterback go. In his last 25 starts over the last 2 seasons, the Ravens ranked 27th in the red zone percentage and 30th in yards per play. Only the Cardinals and Bills rank worse than Baltimore. In the same time frame, Flacco has completed 35.8% of his deep passes, ranking 34th out of 38 passers who qualify. He's finished. There's a reason that
He's only 34
went.
years old.
It doesn't matter. Look at the numbers. He's not the same guy. That's why that they made the change. Their whole season turned around when they decided to bench Joe Flacco. Now, if they really feel like Case Keenum can't do it and they want to give Joe Flacco a try, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong with trying to do something, but Flacco, to me, Chris, and unless he has some sort of rebirth, I'm going by the numbers over the last 2 years, have been horrible. That's why Baltimore is like, you could take him no matter what. John Elway's had a terrible record for being a great quarterback, but as far as picking quarterbacks for his team. Along with, I said, signing Peyton Manning worked out. Brock Osweiler, he drafted him.
What are you reading?
No, I'm giving you the rundown because I want to get it right. Trevor Siemian, he had him. Paxton Lynch, he got him, drafted him, and then he signed Case Keenum to a 2-year, $36 million contract. So the bottom line.
Who wrote that for you?
No, this is what's called research.
All right.
So the bottom line of it is he just hasn't done a good job.
I agree.
That's all.
I
agree.
And I do not think Joe
Flacco
Flacco is the answer.
Rather.
He's not the answer. He's not their long-term quarterback unless, as you said, he has some type of rebirth. But all I'm saying is I think he's an upgrade over Case Keenum. Not a huge one, but an upgrade. So they gave up a 4th-round pick. They have 2 of them. They have 2 of them.
I don't care about the pick.
And I think they still, they've got the 10th pick in this draft. They still could choose a quarterback in this draft to be their guy of the future. So I'm just saying I think it's an upgrade. You're right. Joe Flacco hasn't been great. He did lose his job to Lamar Jackson, who really can't throw.
Can I give you a couple more numbers? This is the last 2 years when you talk about Joe Flacco and Case Keenum. Who had the higher percentage
I know. I saw
rate?
The same numbers you saw.
Right. So you said that he was better, but
I'll give you one number.
He had a lower quarterback rating.
I'll give you one number. Joe Flacco's QBR was better than Case Keenum's over the last 2 years.
How about his quarterback rating?
It was better than Eli Manning's. It was better than Ryan Tannehill, which isn't saying a ton. It was better than Derek Carr's.
I'm telling you.
So QBR was better. And again, I'm not saying he is the magic elixir. All I'm saying is he's an upgrade over Case. Remember, when Case had that great year that everybody loves him for in Minnesota, he was throwing to Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. He had a better receivers than Flacco had. So that is a part, that's the context. When did Flacco have really his last great year was under Gary Kubiak in Baltimore. And they're going to run a similar offense in Denver, the West Coast system, which Kubiak ran when Flacco had a good season in 2014. I'm sure all of that is in their thinking. And I'm with you, Rob. This is not something where you should be dancing in the streets.
I don't think anybody in Denver is dancing.
You shouldn't.
Like, oh my God, we're going to win the Super Bowl.
No. But what was going to get them the Super Bowl?
No, I'm just saying.
And I'm with you. I can't believe that they're thinking we're set for the next 5 years.
No, this is stopgap.
Right.
This is stopgap.
And Case Keenum was stopgap. You're right. They've been bad with QBs.
And John Elway, you would think a guy who played the position, but it doesn't always work out that way.
Look, Michael Jordan has had some bad drafts in the NBA.
Kwame Brown.
LeBron, you always joke he's the worst GM in the NBA. Well, look, LeBron was involved in putting together this Lakers team. Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo, JaVale,
So you got to. It hasn't worked out.
Right. Sometimes, more often than not, great players don't make great evaluators. Now, Jerry West obviously is an exception, and there are a few exceptions.
There's a couple others, right.
But more often than not, it doesn't work out that way. And, yeah, Elway hasn't done a great job with it. I'm just saying I think it's an upgrade over Keenum.
I'm out on Joe Flacco. So, to me, it didn't move the needle for me. I understand John Elway's trying to get something going there because things haven't worked out, for his quarterback selections. So he's saying, hey, this guy once had a run. But the other part about Flacco, which is unbelievable, is he's never been selected to a Pro Bowl, which is shocking. For a guy for a guy who won a Super Bowl, right. He never won. Got selected.
And was good.
Am I right?
That postseason run.
He had 11 touchdowns and no picks. You know that in that run.
He's not a great quarterback.
No.
But to your point, he was really good in that run. Of course, that's postseason.
Right. It was a run, and he played really well. Nobody's going to take that away from him.
By your standards, he should be considered for the Hall of Fame, though.
No.
I mean, Eli.
No, Eli won 2.
It's all based on postseason.
Eli won 2.